Hello everyone. Today I wanted to do another Pride and Prejudice book haul, part of my collection books that I have. I have about 40, 50 copies of Pride and Prejudice, and I got some more. So I have 5 new copies of Pride and Prejudice and a Jane Austen game that I want to show you guys today. So I'll first start by showing you my Pride and Prejudice books, my Pride and Prejudice book haul. So the first one I got is I believe it's Penguin. It's a Penguin book, and the illustrator is Ruben Toledo. They've done some really nice illustrations. I have their Jane Eyre one, and I had to get their Pride and Prejudice one. So there's that one. It's paperback. Another one is this one. I just really liked this one. I like the girl sitting at a desk. This one is illustrated by, let's see. It's a Modern Library edition. And I don't see who it's illustrated by, but it's the Modern Library edition, and I just really liked it. Another paperback one is one that I thought was pretty fun, and it is Learn French with Pride and Prejudice. So it is the whole book of Pride and Prejudice, but at the beginning of each chapter, they give a list of French words, and they replace those words in the chapter with the French words. And each couple chapters, they add new words. So by the end of the book, most of the chapter is in French. So I don't know if I'll do it, but this is kind of a book that I want to read. So just to pick up a couple French words, I think would be fun. So it's Learn French with Pride and Prejudice. They also have some other ones. I think they have like a Sherlock Holmes one. Yeah, so very fun. So the next book I have hauled before, but I didn't have it in my Jane Austen book haul. And it is Pride and Prejudice Letters. The complete novel with 19 letters of characters' correspondence written and folded by hand. It's curated by Barbara Heller. I love the inside pages with the peacock feathers. So every couple pages, little bit, there is a pack, and in the pack, a little envelope type of thing, there are little letters. You see Miss Bennet, Miss Elizabeth Bennet. And I don't want to open them because I opened them and then they're very hard to fold back because they're just very intricately folded, kind of like how they did it back then. And I don't really know how to do that. So they're just really nice. I saw a little video on this book on YouTube. I forget where I saw it. But it was like the curator had gotten different handwritings and kind of matched them to the personality of who was writing the letter. So I thought that was really just a fun little touch, that just everything has like different handwritings. And I think she said that the handwriting they based Elizabeth Bennet's letters on was Jane Austen. So I thought that was fun. So I really liked that one. And then just the whole book, there's just packets and letters, and it kind of just makes the story come alive a little more. Now, this next book, you have seen other books in this series, and it is this Pride and Prejudice book, illustrated by Miriam Baston. And it is such a beautiful book, and it definitely makes Pride and Prejudice come alive. I think there's like 10 or 10, or I forget the number of things that, little things that they included. So let's see if I can find all 10 and show you. Just really pretty, beautifully illustrated. So they have like little things on Jane Austen. Oh, so like the first thing is in the book, someone mentions, wouldn't you like to dance the reel? I think Mr. Darcy says, and here's a little paper, and it tells you how to dance a reel. So that was pretty fun. There is a little invitation to the Bingley's party, I think. Very nice. Here, map of London, which is very nice. Something about, I think they mentioned something about music, and they have like a sheet of music. I like how they made it like very old looking. And then, of course, Mr. Darcy's letter to Elizabeth. Mr. Darcy's in care of, I like how it was in care of Mr. and Mrs. Collins at Hunsford Rectory, Hunsford. So I really like that. And then when you open it, it's Mr. Darcy's letter. Yeah, it definitely makes the book come alive when you see these things. And then here's a little thing on Jane Austen. Mini biography. There's another one. They say they sat down to play whist, and here's the rules for whist. And then the last thing was a little, I think it's a Bennett family tree. So they're all illustrated by the same person, and it is just so beautiful. So I think the other ones in the collection, well, the two ones in the collection that I have over there, Jane Eyre and Emma, I don't know if they're going to do all of Jane Austen books, but if they do, I want to get them because they're just so beautiful. So those are more books in my Pride and Prejudice collection. I think I'll link all the previous videos in the description below, just so you can see all my other Pride and Prejudice books if you like. And another thing I wanted to show, it's kind of Pride and Prejudice, part of my Jane Austen collection, is this new game that I have, and it is called Polite Society, the Jane Austen board game. So the object of this game is to fill your dinner table party with characters from Jane Austen. So every person playing gets a little card like this, and at each space you have to fill it with characters from Jane Austen. And each of the cards has like a picture, it has like a drawing kind of like that of characters from Jane Austen, and you have to get points, and depending on how many points you get, if you can have people come to your party. And the first person to get people around their party wins. It is such a fun game. If you've seen my other video that included Jane Austen games, I had Marrying Mr. Darcy, and that one was just super, super fun. But I almost think this one is even more fun, and it involves like all the characters and even Jane Austen herself. So you get to invite them to your parties, just depending on points how you get it. So it is such a fun game. I got this through the Jane Austen Center in Bath. So I think they still have it as of right now, but it is such a fun game. So there is my little collection haul. Which of the Pride and Prejudice books did you like best? I think they were all just really, really pretty. I finally, if you've seen my last bookshelf tour, that when I rearranged stuff, you saw some of my Pride and Prejudice books, because I kind of made a Pride and Prejudice or Jane Austen bookcase, so that was fun. Anyway, hope you like this quick video. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks, bye.